Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. This one is another Megan Unscripted where I just talk about things with no script whatsoever. I don't even have a note card today. So this is gonna be a milestone-y video and I've got a special treat for you guys. Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep Before I get into the special treat that you probably already know what is because of the thumbnail and the title, we have to address the tiny elephant in the room, which is, of course, The Witcher isn't on my shelf because I'm reading it, and I just finished reading it because the Netflix show is coming out soon. I forgot what side I put my hair on, and so I thought that zoom in was gonna work way better because I thought my hair was gonna be over here and it was gonna be super funny, and I'm just now sitting in front of the camera realizing that that's not at all how this is gonna work because my hair is over here. Yeah. Can you guys even tell it's different? It looks so purple in person, I swear, but on camera it keeps ending up looking really red and pink. It's purple now. Mostly purple, except for the top. This is my natural brown, actually. Some of it is dyed that way because we had to cover up the red, and then the rest is actually the roots of my legit natural brown. Whoa, you guys probably didn't even know what my natural hair color was because I don't know if I've ever had brown hair in these videos. And then of course the tips. The purple is like washing out into a pink. But the more we dye it, the more purple it will be, the more purple will stick, the more the red will go away. And the ultimate goal is for there to be no pink and for it to just be our on-brand purple, like the logo, but maybe a little bit brighter. You know, I'm a full-time YouTuber right now, so you gotta have a fun colored hair. I've actually never tried purple before. I've tried green, I've tried blue, I've tried black. Yeah, I had a punk rock phase. That was fun. I did full black for that. And then for the most part, I've just always done red. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. How do you like it? If you don't like it, don't let me know in the comments. Only tell me if you like it, because, you know, I'm kind of stuck like this for a while. Now, milestone! We hit 2K subs! I say we because it's we. It's me and you guys, because if you're watching this, you're probably subbed, because otherwise, I don't know why you're watching a Megan Unscripted. It's not like there's a ton of useful information here. You're probably here because you like me, theoretically, probably. In which case, you're probably subscribed, and if you're not, what the hell are you doing? The button is right there. It's so easy to click. And then the rest of what I was saying will make sense because we hit 2K subs, because we hit 2K because of you guys subscribing, obviously. I'm sorry. Remember, these are unscripted. I have zero preparation for this, zero notes. I've got nothing. This is just me rambling for however many minutes this goes on for. But yeah, 2K, that's a big number. That's exciting. We hit 1K last year. I promised a milestone video and I don't think we ever did it. This year, I don't think we promised a milestone video, but I figured I should probably do a little something special. So, as a thank you to you guys for subscribing, I am going to absolutely embarrass myself in front of all of you because I'm about to read for you guys, not this whole thing, that's a folder. I'm going to read for you guys some of my ancient writing so that you can question all of the writing advice on this channel. Granted, this is writing from when I was like 11, so hopefully that doesn't affect my current credibility, but it's gonna be really embarrassing and hopefully kind of hilarious. So, this is the first thing that I wrote that I still possess on its original freaking paper. This is like 24 minus 11, 20, 13 years old. And you can tell, yeah, it shows that this was written by an 11-year-old, so prepare to be very entertained. I might have been younger than 11 because I just realized that my name is misspelled on this. I wrote Megan Tennant, so that's a great start. And it's called An Angel's War. And in case you guys hadn't guessed, and if you haven't guessed, then you don't really know me, the main character's a cat, because of course he was. And the premise of it is that this cat has 9 lives, because obviously, duh, cats have 9 lives. So in each reincarnation, this cat is being reborn into a different place across time and like a different, just fun historical place to be. So on the back, I wrote down my ideas for what these places would be. Me and my 11-year-old self knowing nothing about history, which is why I stopped writing this. That's literally the reason, is because I was like, I don't have internet, I'm 11, how do I know what the hell Egypt was like? I'm gonna put up a screenshot here of this page because the spelling of these things is hilarious. And I wish I could say my spelling has gotten infinitely better, but let's be honest, it's only gotten like 50% better. But here, you can bask in the glory of my spelling up here on the side. Oh, I dated this. Oh, dude, why did I put the date there? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that date doesn't look particularly good on me. Oof. A week before my 13th birthday. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so anyways, Egypt, pirate, again, the spelling, this is beautiful, the art. Soldier, I lied, maybe these aren't time frames, they're just themes. France, jungle, Antarctica, Africa, and farmer cat. I named it Frisk's 7 lives. I only had 7 ideas apparently. I don't know why it's 7. Oh no, it's because I love the number 7. I guess, you know, readers weren't gonna get to know about the other 2 lives that he was gonna go off and live. And then I have the list again, written out a second time, but slightly different, and Egypt is spelled a little better. So Farmer Cat is apparently supposed to take place in Yorkshire from 1885 to 1995? Was I in denial about the lifespan of a cat, or did I just write those down wrong? Okay. And then at the end it says traveler like Emily the cat. I don't know who Emily the cat is. Okay, so that's it for the outline. Now let's delve in to this wonderful literature. I really wish that date implied that I was 11 because knowing that I was 13 makes this so much more awkward. Despite the fact that there's a title on the first page, the next page also has a title which is called Frisky's Story of 7 Lives. Keep in mind, okay, pause. Pause for 1 second. In my own defense about this spelling, for those of you who don't know, when I was 8, my mom moved down to Costa Rica and enrolled us into Spanish school there. I think I was enrolled straight into 3rd grade. And so from 8 to 13, I was writing entirely in Spanish. So this is 8-year-old spelling. I can't use that defense for the story development, which is gonna be very, very embarrassing, and you're about to see how wonderful it is. I have no excuse for my name being misspelled. I've been writing that since kindergarten. That's the same in every language. Let's just get into this beautiful art. Once upon a time, in a town by the sea called Ocean Breeze. It sounds like a candle. Who would name a town Ocean Breeze? You guys, how am I supposed to read this? I'm already broken. It's already broke me. Okay. Are there even oceans in Yorkshire? I don't think I knew. I still don't know. That's embarrassing. I don't even know where Yorkshire is. Where did I even get that word Yorkshire? I think maybe I got that from the James Herriot books, the whole vet ones. Anyways, back to Ocean Breeze. And then there's the word apart, and I don't know what that means. I think that means that there was supposed to be a new paragraph there, because, you know, having a space there would make this such better writing. Most of the people were fishers or farmers. The farmers lived in the fields near the forests, and the fishers lived near the docks. This was a time long ago when cars were just invented. I feel like I'm translating hieroglyphics trying to read this misspelling. Almost no one could afford them. Most people rode horses. It was a little town full of nice people. Now my story begins. This date cannot be correct. Was that like the date that was my deadline for trying to finish all of these books? Because that would make more sense. I refuse to believe I was 13 and writing this. I'm not, no. Now my story begins. As Mrs. Jones walked home through town on wax? What?
2 hours later.
That's a Y. Okay. As Mrs. Jones walked home through town on the way from the market. Oh, I deciphered it. Okay, this is exciting. She heard a loud crash as several trash cans fell down, rolling and clanging around. She turned her head to see what had caused it. At first, she didn't see anything. Then something colorful and blotchy striked across the street. That's a word. And jumped on a table outside a restaurant on the other side. Mary, in parentheses, for some reason, Mary Jones, walked up close to get a better look. It was a boy cat. How the hell would she have known that? Dude, have you ever tried to sex a cat? It is easier to sex a fruit fly. I would know. I've had to sex like freaking 1,000 fruit flies. Biology degrees, you know, they have their perks. Cats are even freaking harder than that. How does this lady just walk up to this cat and be like, yep, that's a boy cat? Is she just freaking staring at his junk? I have concerns. I have so many concerns. It was a boy cat. Colorful, half-grown, white with orange, black, and brown blotches. Mary immediately... I'm sorry. To this day, I still struggle to spell immediately, right, on the first try. But this spelling of immediately is just beyond. Mary immediately recognized him as Frisk, the town cat. Frisk had arrived in the town about 3 years ago when he was just a kitten. He immediately made friends with everyone. He chased the seagulls away from the fisher's fish. He ate the mice who lived in the farmer's barns. He occupied children when the wives sewed and did housework. And somewhere in this mess of a paragraph, the line, when he passed school's children cheered him on, is supposed to go, but I don't know where that's supposed to fit, so that's just off here in there. He was welcome in any house he entered, and he never went hungry. He caught mice and seagulls. I'm imagining this cat trying to take down seagulls. Seagulls are like big ass birds, aren't they? Like, I don't think this is gonna go well for the cat. But also the butcher gave him meat scraps, the baker gave him bread, the fisher gave him fishes, the farmers gave him fresh milk, and the children and women petted and scratched him until he purred like a boat motor. And every night, he'd go to a different house. Today it was the Joneses' turn. Mary had just got back from the market. Sally, her older daughter, was watching Sabrina. Sally was 12 and Sabrina was 10. Mary walked in and said, "Sally, did Sabrina behave herself?" "Yes," she replied, "and do you know when... Can I just comment on the fact that there is no punctuation in this line at all? There's no dialogue, quotation marks, there's no commas, there's no periods. This is just a run-on, just disaster. So Mary says, "Sally, did Sabrina behave herself?" And then Sally replies, "Yes. And do you know when Father's returning?" So I think then Mary says, "Yes, actually. I met Bill at the market. He said Father would be back before sundown." Mary put the groceries down and sat in the rocking chair by the fire and says, "I'll make potato soup for supper." And then Sabrina shouts, "Here comes Daddy." Somebody, I'm assuming Mary, tells Sally, "Could you put some water on to boil?" "Sabrina, do you want to help me wash the vegetables?" And then one of the girls, I honestly have no idea which one, says, "Yes, Mother." Only one of them. The other one is just off doing her own thing. She's not gonna listen. "Hello, father," said Sally. "Hello, Jeff," said Mary. When Jeff spoke, his voice sounded tired. "I just finished milking Star. I had to come home from the fields early to do the barn work. Bill's wife says he couldn't come, and we have to milk Star 'cause today's a very special day." "What day, Daddy?" asked Sabrina. "Today's the 7th day of the 3rd week, and it's also July 17th. The anniversary of the day Frisk came to this town, and today's the day he comes here." After supper and after dessert, when Sally and Sabrina were in bed, it came. Dun dun, dun dun, dun dun dun. I think that's supposed to be a knock on the door, like a special knock. That's beautiful. Mary jumped up. "That's Frisk. I'll heat the milk and I'll let him in," said Jeff. I don't know who's saying what part of that because there's no punctuation. He opened the door and Frisk jumped in. It's truly a miracle that I know what any of these words are, and it honestly scares me how easy it is to decipher this. Frisk ran to the fire and shook off like a dog ridding his ears of water and laid down. "Hello, Frisk," said Mary, placing a bowl of milk at his feet and a dish of fish beside it. Frisk jumped up and weaved in between her legs in thanks, and then jumped on Father's lap and purred. Guess that character's just called Father now. Once he'd finished his milk and fish, he ran off up the stairs right to Sabrina's door. That was left a crack open, and ran in and started purring. Sabrina jumped up at once. "Frisk," she cried, "you came! I knew you would." "Yes, I always do, don't I?" He spoke with a French accent. He's talking now. Okay.
Cool, no doubt.
"What story are you going to tell me today?" "Well, today is the anniversary of the day I came to this town, as I'm sure you know, yes." I'm assuming that yes is supposed to be dialogue from one of the girl characters. "Well, have you ever heard that cats have 9 lives?" Oh, this is a staging chapter thing. Oh, dude, okay. I mean, this is still hot garbage, but that's kind of clever. So this first chapter was gonna be like him telling the girls about the 7 lives he'd already lived. So this would have been where it would have started to get interesting had I continued more than another single page after that. So yeah, great place to abandon the story, Megan. Okay, so back to where I was. "So every time I die, I am reborn a kitten with a mother like all kittens. But until my 9 lives have passed, I can remember my last lives. I'm on my 8th now. But don't be afraid. My first mother told me that when good kitties die, they become a child's angel and they have to watch over them. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you a story of my last adventurous 7 lives. From the day I was born to the day I died, every time I was reborn in a different time, in a different part of the world. That's why I have a French accent now, more than some people do. It's a story of love, happiness, and sadness, and the many adventures I had, the friends I've met, and more." Great transition. Okay, so this is the last page. "And I'd like you to write what I say down. I'd like you to make a book of it, and when you are done, take it to the city over the hill." "Why?" asked the girl, I assume. "For I am on my 8th life, and the spelling is tripping me up. "For I am on my 8th life, and I will not be here long. I would like to tell my story to the world, so that when I become an angel, the world will know my story. My first life was a lucky one. I was born in Egypt." And then I was probably gonna go on and write a story about how he was worshipped, and that's why that was a lucky life, and they made statues about him or something. But I think that was about the point when I realized I knew nothing about Egypt, or history, or any of these other places I wanted to write about. Like, I knew nothing about soldiers, or France, or Antarctica, or Africa, or... Okay, I knew about the jungle. I lived in a jungle. I could have probably nailed that one. But all these other ones, like, I didn't know what to write for those. I think I wanted to make it like historically accurate because I was like, I'm gonna teach kids history with this. And then I realized that to teach history, you have to know history, and I did not know history, and that is probably why this is the last page, and that's where I gave up, and I never ever came back to this story. I wrote stories before this, but I don't have any of them anymore. They got lost. And there you go. That was the masterpiece that I wrote possibly in 2008. Hopefully earlier than that. Hopefully this date is a deadline that's far in the future from when I wrote this. If you guys really liked that, I do have a couple other things that I could read through that are kind of early writing. I have this. It's called The Wolf's Cry. There's a typo in the title. And I wrote this for Oak Meadow English for 10th grade. And I read the first page. I haven't read the rest, so I can save my reaction for you guys if you want me to read it. But it's pretty bad and pretty hilarious. So I have that. And if I can muster up the courage, I do have one of the initial drafts of Aletheia here. Now, I was editing on top of the same doc, so most of it got erased and rewritten, so I don't have like the original. But this is a very early draft. I swear I'm a better writer now. Go read Aletheia. Hardcover, paperback, ebook, all sorts of places. Links in the description down below. So that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for 2K subs. To everyone who isn't subscribed, go hit that button. Go buy Aletheia. Hardcover, paperback, ebook, all sorts of places. Links in the description down below. And thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you in the next video.